Hi everybody, my name is Tori. I was born and raised in the small town of Nacogdoches, Texas, and I am the oldest of 4 siblings. During my time with VSA-LSU, I served as graphic designer from my sophomore year and external vice president my junior year. I graduated from Louisiana State University in 2018 with a bachelor's in interior design, and I'm currently employed as an interior designer in San Jose, California. I specialize in the healthcare industry where I help design various spaces such as hospitals, treatment facilities, etc. My time in VSA has taught me many life lessons, but there's a few I value the most.
Growing up in a small town, I had always envisioned life in a big city. Where I'm from, most people follow similar paths that ultimately lead back to Nacogdoches. I wanted to be different. After high school, I wanted to be somewhere new and exciting. I decided to attend Louisiana State University, which was hundreds of miles away from home, in a completely different environment. I knew I would be leaving behind family and friends, but I did not know what else the future had in store for me. But I was ready. Change can be a bit nerve-wracking, but for me, it was necessary. The first few weeks of freshman year were rough. I didn't know my way around campus, I barely knew anyone, and it was just a completely different culture than what I was used to. I can still remember the first VSA general meeting. Walking into a room filled with the most Asians I've seen since my last family reunion. It was a bit intimidating being surrounded by so many people that already knew each other. But why not take a chance? The first icebreaker was a game that requires everyone to stand on opposite sides of the room and simultaneously chuck one of their shoes to the middle. You run up, grab a shoe, and try to find its rightful owner. I didn't think much of this activity at the time, but a silly game with smelly shoes introduced me to my first friend at LSU, who is now one of my best friends to this day. Soon after that, I decided to sign up as an auctionee for Date Auction, which essentially jump-started my entire VSA career. I gradually became more involved in the organization to the point where I was fully participating as a choreographer and as a member of the executive board. I think about random moments like these because it makes me appreciate where I started. Oftentimes, we know where we want to go, but we don't know how to get there. And that's okay. None of these things happen overnight, but they all started with one goal: breaking out of my comfort zone. It's important to establish goals, not only to keep us focused, but also to keep us accountable. But sometimes, it's easy to get wrapped up in the final result and forget about the process.
Immersing myself in VSA was one of the best decisions I've made, but I certainly had my doubts. Initially, I struggled to fit in because I was afraid of opening up to new people. I even took a chance and applied to be freshman rep, but ultimately I didn't get the position. I felt discouraged, but my commitment to Date Auction kept me involved within the organization. As I sat in on the first dance practice, I started to realize something about everyone else in the room. Some people had dance experience, but most of the people had never danced a day in their lives. They were simply trying to break out of their own comfort zone, like myself. The fact that we all had similar goals made it easy for me to interact and eventually open up. I felt the struggle of making new friends, but I also felt like I found my place at LSU.
At times, my VSA experience was a challenge. Finding my role in the organization was a chance to test my limit, not only as a leader, but also as a person. There are so many opportunities to get involved and just try new things. Some of my best memories started with taking some form of risk. It may seem intimidating at first, but you never really know what you're capable of until you try. So take those chances. Whether it's venturing to a place you've never been or talking to someone new, it really never hurts to try. Taking chances and making mistakes is a necessary part of our learning process. We can all achieve our goals, but we might stumble a little bit along the way. College was honestly the best time of my life. I gained lifelong friendships and endless memories. I left LSU with a newfound confidence, and I felt ready to explore what the world had to offer. As I prepared to enter the next phase of my life, I applied for jobs all across the country. I was excited, but the next few months were some of the most difficult times of my life. I sat at home waiting for someone to offer me a job, but nothing. This feeling of uncertainty made me doubt myself. Was I not good enough? What could I have done better? I was beating myself up because the plan I envisioned didn't turn out how I thought it would. I had to keep trying, and ultimately, I had to trust myself. We don't always give ourselves enough credit. It's easy to feel unsatisfied with our end result when it's constantly being compared to others. Everyone has a unique set of circumstances that contributes to their own growth and development, but I think we focus too much on validation from our peers. Our individual experiences are what makes us special. Trust the process. Trust in hard work. Trust yourself. You'd be surprised with what you're capable of. A few months later, I received a job offer for a full-time position in San Jose. Although I was relieved, I was still uncertain. Leaving Louisiana to move across the country was a scary thought for me, and I honestly didn't know if I was ready for such a big step. But after reflecting on my time at LSU, I felt confident again. I thought about all the struggles I faced and how difficult everything seemed at the time. For me, it was all a matter of perspective. I wanted this. So here I am.
I want to thank VSA-LSU for having me as the keynote speaker for VEGA this year. It was an honor to share my experiences, and I hope to inspire at least one of you to find something that makes you happy and to give it your all. Because with a clear vision and hard work, anything is possible.